I'm Liam Spradlin. I'm a senior UX designer at Google, working on the material design team. And my focus is on adaptive experiences and kind of the future of the interface. Good design works, and that could mean many things. I think it's the result of an understanding of human subjectivity and the environment that we exist in and how people understand things. And I think it's something where the person who made it is not afraid to bring themselves into it. Throughout the history of computing, we have relied on metaphor to help people understand unfamiliar concepts, because there's no such thing as a touchscreen in nature. So material design was trying to engage with the materiality of the interface by asking, like, what is it made out of and how would it respond if it were a real world object? And that's where kind of the paper metaphor and elevation came from. And I think since then, we've built on that to ask, like, what other capabilities does this material have? You know, how can it respond to you in a more personal way? The thing that I've noticed in my own work is that AI changes certain steps of the process for me. So prototypes are richer. They can communicate better to stakeholders the idea that we're presenting, things like that. I don't see it as something that replaces, and I think it's important to stay grounded about the things that it is really good at while we wait for that magical future. The idea of taste and design has become so about curation rather than creation that I think if you investigate like what you're responding to, you could actually push the aesthetic part way further. So I really support the idea of like people being able to make their own stuff really quickly and easily. And hopefully along the way, they're like learning something about how it works. It's really nice to see like a return to people making their own websites and just experimenting with stuff and putting it out there. I think the advice that I would offer is not to stop, but rather to go a level deeper. My entire career in design has been interdisciplinary, and I am constantly talking to people who are involved in other creative fields that I'm not involved in. And I think that enriches my practice so much, because you get a different perspective on how people think about their craft in terms of the materials, the engagement with the subject, like how it shows up in the world, what its place is. And I think the thing that will be important to look out for is the way in which technology better enables us to understand the environment of the user and respond to that in a way that actually facilitates them rather than kind of like defining something for them. Design can never die because it is something that humans do for other humans